If nobody can look at your marriage and say, yo, I don't know what that is, but I want that in my life, then we're not doing marriage right, and we need to reconsider some things. And so from time to time, even when the times get difficult, I go to this place right here. Yup. Why? Because it serves as a reminder. I keep a DVD of our wedding, and every once in a blue moon I go back and I watch it. Why? Because I need to remind myself what I did and why I did it. And some of you getting caught up in your EQ and you swimming in your emotions, right? And she did this and she said this to me, right? And you're not using the reminders to bring you back into your IQ as to why you did it. My marriage is not about what faith can do for me as far as my perspective is concerned. My marriage is about what can I do for her. I got a UPS mentality. What can Brown do for you? But the last name Green don't. You feel me? What can I do for her? If I should die today, Faith's life should be so much better than when it was when she first met me. And I get these little small indicators like, God, where am I with you as far as Faith is concerned? I'll never forget it. I sent her a text one morning. I don't know if she remembers or not, but my wife is very, present. She don't do the entrepreneurial thing. She do the 9-to-5 thing. You like, for real, she's a realist, so she likes to say. And one day I just sent her a text, boy, I'm just thinking about you this morning. I'm just praising God for who you are and who you are in my life. And she sends me back a text. She said, oh, well, let the feelings be mutual then. And she said, thank you for teaching me how to dream when I want to keep my feet on the ground. You know why? Because I'm starting to operate in my gift in ways that I've never operated in my gift before. You know why? Because I'm removing the fear. Sometimes when I get ready to come and do this, what I'm doing right now, I'm nervous. Why? And I'm nervous, number one, because I know I'm getting ready to do God's work. That's number one. Number two, I'm nervous because I'm always thinking like, how will this come across? Or I removed all of that foolishness. If you are here, you're here because you watched me do work in some way, shape, or form. If you're here because I in some way, shape, or form, by the goodness, grace, and mercy of God, I affected your life directly because you did premarital counseling with me or whatever, but you're here. And with some of you, I encourage you and I implore you to get the fear out of your life. Remove the enemy out of your relationship. And one of the things that I had to do by removing the enemy out of my relationship is that I had to learn how to become more vulnerable with her. Oh, come on, fellas. You know, we don't do the heart-to-heart talk real like that. Here's what I found out, though. I found out that she's an emotional creature, and in order for her to go to the next level, Sasha, I gotta learn how to be more vulnerable with her. Now, some of us know that the formal definition of vulnerability for the men in the room, it's susceptible to physical or emotional harm. And that's the definition that we identify with the most. You feel me? But I found out that there's more to the working knowledge. Vulnerability is allowing whoever you're engaging to see the fullness of who you are. Good, bad, indifferent, and everything else in between. And I had to let her see me in the days when I'm not feeling, oh, come on, somebody. When I'm feeling broken. Just give me a moment. I had to let her see me on the days when I'm not feeling my best, when I'm working my finger to the bone and I'm not seeing the results that I need to see, and I need to be able to share it with her. And some of you, like for real, the relationship is not what it needs to be because you are not becoming one flesh. When you become one flesh, the right hand knows what the left hand is doing and vice versa. I cannot be dealing with stuff and my wife don't know about it. If she don't know about it, then we're not becoming one flesh. And guess what? We're becoming better for it. Because for real, let me say this to you. Be very careful and create the environment. Create the environment, men, for your women when they want to come and talk to you. And ladies, do me a favor, create the environment for your men to be vulnerable in a way that they can't be vulnerable in the world. We've been taught. We've been taught to roll with the punches, take it on the chin, don't cry. It tripped me out when I go to funerals and I see the homies with the shades on. Come on, black. We know you crying. And you fronting like you ain't hurt. You hurt, and we know you hurt. But the world teaches us that we're not supposed to be vulnerable. And in some cases, I'm not telling you to be vulnerable everywhere, but I am telling you to be vulnerable with your spouse. What's up, guys? It's your boy Quest. Listen here. If you are married, you need to be at the Grow Marriage Conference. If you are engaged, you need to be at the Grow Marriage Conference. If you're divorced, if you're single, if you're looking to be in relationship, you need to be at the Grow Marriage Conference. Let me tell you something, the gems that we've been dropping. Last year, we did Atlanta. We went from Atlanta at the ending of the year to Chicago at the beginning of the year, from Chicago to Miami, and now we're coming back to Atlanta. That's right, we're coming back to Atlanta. May 29th to the 31st, we'll be in Atlanta, Georgia, bringing what? The Grow Marriage Conference. Listen, guys, don't take my word for it. Here are a couple of people that attended the conference.
We were extremely blessed today with the information. It's certainly going to help us. We can't wait to go home and start putting it into practice. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. The whole day was a blessing. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
We were invited by my sister, Shonda Scott, and when she first told me about it, it was like, we don't need to do that, but all good relationships need adjustment. We didn't know what kind of adjustment we needed, but when I tell you, I am so thankful to just be able to have a sounding board, because when you're so deep in, it takes a lot for you to see the problems, and when somebody can, without even knowing you, point out what's not right or what's going on, and I needed this. And I know walking away from here that my marriage is gonna grow and be better. I don't wanna cry.
So you see, right? I didn't have to tell you, they told you. If you want to be in the building, do me a favor, save the date, May 29th through the 31st. Why? Myself, my wife Faith, my boy Preach. Oh, come on. Jorge will be there. Kayla will be there. We are bringing back to Atlanta the Grow Marriage Conference. And now this one won't be a one-day conference. This will be a 3-day conference. And I promise you, it is going to be unlike anything that we've ever done at the previous conferences, right? We're going to cry together. We're going to laugh together. But more importantly, we are going to grow together. So y'all remember, May 29th through the 31st, who else going to bring you all of this information and all this good stuff? None other than the Grow Marriage Conference. Don't meet me there, beat me there.